Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. Okay, we continue our class Business Research Methods, still in chapter 3, research methodology. So specifically, we cover research philosophy, research approach and research choice. As total, we have 50 slide, 50 slide. Okay, I'm just waiting our friends join our class. All the attendance only 14 from 2023 already joined. Okay, I hope everyone will be join this class because this topic is really important. Before this, last week we cover on the topic of research design. Okay, every research should be some researcher or some scholar call that research design is engineer. So in the research activity and research process, you should be come up very good, suitable, acceptable research design in order to make step by step every detailed process in your research. Okay, in order to clearly and understanding and then you get the meaning why you do the research, what the suitable of research. That's why we need to cover on the research philosophy, approach and choice. So this is a step, I think that the initial step, initial stage in the research methodology before we go to the specifically, okay, before we go to the instrument such as interviews, observation, document, survey, we need to clearly understand on this. Some students, I think that this youth is right way because we still in the early semester. We now in stage try to complete our proposal in order to make it the proposal defense. A lot of question during the proposal defense, questioning on the part of the research design and research approach and the choice. Why you choose this design? Why you choose this philosophy? Why suddenly you select qualitative research? Why you not choose the quantitative research? Why in this method, based on your problem statement and objective, you should be applied for the mixed method? Why this research only use mono method? So a lot of the questioning on the initial stage on research methodology, you should be covered and understand because a lot of question from the expert, from supervisor will ask you in this initial stage. Okay, we continue. Okay, research philosophy. Okay, this is some of the definitions. Research philosophy is an investigations of the nature. You should be know that the how that in research setting is really important of the nature. For example, this is just example. Okay, for example, on the qualitative research, naturalistic is really important. If you want to understand, if you want to know a case or one issues, you should be get the meaning and understanding. So you need to go to that place. You need to deep understand on that issues. Okay, that we call that setting or naturalistic. But in the research on the quantitative research is actually whatever you want to study, they are start with the theory. So we just follow whatever from the theory and from the literature review. From previous study, already highlight. If you want to understand, you get the meaning on this part, this issue, this topic, this is a flow, this is a theory, this is a variable, this is a contract that you should be no differentiate between the nature of research qualitative and quantitative. Okay, some newbie researcher always think that research just only if you want to go to the interview, you go to the qualitative. You want to go to a questionnaire, you go to the quantitative. Okay, yes, this is part of differentiate on the instrument, interview and survey, but the most important thing, you should be know that the nature. Okay, second thing is cost. Okay, what actually from your objective? You use the words, action words, identify, explains, explore, determines, examine. Okay, these words, action words, actually represent the selection of methods. For example, if you do in quantitative, cost is more on the experimental. We call that effects. or differentiate. Based on these two experiment, we can know that they differentiates dan perbezaan. Or you want to study the relationships, influence, effects. Some have direct effects. They have the mediating, moderating effects that we call the cause in the quantitative. So what cause in the qualitative research? Okay, going start on the naturalistic. They have some phenomena. They have should be in the flexibility. We go through the subjectively. We go to generalization on your research question. When you look on the research quantitative and qualitative, we can understand that. We can check from research question. In quantitative, we need to specific research question. But in the qualitative research, we go to the generalization research question. Okay, yes, I know that research question and your test should be clear and understand, but the more specific and structures going to the quantitative research. Okay, going to the principle on the reality, that the fact that we call that reality, we go to two terms to differentiate. In terms of in fact, we call that facts, real facts. Real fact go to the quantitative research. But in your research, still in contact is knowledge, still idealism. Idealism is we call that qualitative research. That the most important thing we should be understand. The next slide, you should be understand regarding on the ontology, epistemology, and ozology of research. Okay, is matter on research should be start on knowledge. Yeah, we know that some in your life, in your works, always we talk about three parts. First is knowledge, second is skill. Sorry, number one is attitude, number two is knowledge, number three is skill. But in terms of research, we should be start the knowledge. So in your research, now going to the knowledge, we go to the meter. Knowledge is the meter, okay? Is actually clearly understand, you little bit understand, just a few understanding, still blur understanding. Okay, when we talk about your issues, okay, it's not the general topic based on the specific issues that you represent or your research objective and research question. If your topic is actually mostly in terms of knowledge, is clear to understand, it's going to real facts. So because you have the theory, you can test a theory, a lot of literature review should be your research in quantitative. If your research, we need to deep as explaining on this issue, in this topic. We need to explore, we need to explain, because the lacking information, lacking of knowledge, lacking of knowledge. Knowledge still initial, knowledge still less. Why? And that's why I'm choose my research in qualitative. That you should be know on that this reality going beyond to the knowledge. Okay, on the values, very simple. On quantitative, the value only on the scientific. I want to test the relationship between A and B. Suddenly I get, based on the P probability value, for example, less 0.05, and I'm highlight that my result is significant relationships. That we call that scientifics, significantly and scientifics. But in terms of research on the qualitative, we need to go to the place. You should be understand the issues. Okay, you can explain based on your writing, on your narrative. Give the in-depth explanation. You go to the exploration. Okay, you as the instrument, you should be go to the specific place. You interview the right persons. Go to the purposive. You get very enrichment, enlightenment, and pengalaman dan pencerahan. Enlightenment, very more enlightenment and enrichment. And in order to understand, based on your research questly, in more in deep explaining. Okay, that the differentiate between quantitative and quantitative. That's why we need to start the research philosophy. I always, not always, sorry, sometimes I face the philosophy issues. And when the student try to, for example, give 1 minute, can you explain on your topic what actually research you want to do? can you explain as a brief explanation? From their brief, okay, we notify, we take notes that this research or this is purpose, their purpose. So this is their specific objective and research question. So this is methodology directions. So from the methodology direction, we can predict, okay, we can predict, okay, or we can identify the most suitable research design and method choice in order to answer the all research question and research objective. Okay, that's the most important thing. That from your briefing and explaining, we can know that what the specific method or design for purposely to answer specifically for your objective and research question. Okay, the importance of research philosophy to explain research design. You cannot explain research design and you cannot explain research design without explaining research philosophy. You must explain research philosophy to get very good, better on your research design. Number two is identify effective and less effective research design. So based on your research philosophy, you can know that which much better, which one is more effective and less effective on your research design in different setting and situation. Okay, we have different place. We have the different respondent, participant or informants. We have different situations. Right now, COVID-19, okay, we should be think that the challenge and obstacles in order to conduct or collect data during the COVID-19. So you should be know that your unit analysis your respondent, okay, or your participant. So regarding on the willingness, readiness, okay, that's why the situation and setting will be effects on your research design, selection and choice. Okay, to identify and create research design. Okay, if you understand your research philosophy, that we know that how to complete your research design, how do you list the process and research activities in your thesis. Okay, philosophy, assumption of research. Okay, we go these three. Hopefully you understand this. And quite numbers during the proposal defense, the panel asks you question on this. Based on your research, can you explain ontology, epistemology, and axiology your research? So that's why you need to understand this. Okay. Specifically, in order to understand in this class, I go to only two explanations. Actually, we have a lot of the philosophy, okay, represent on the qualitative and qualitative. We only present on the positivism and interpretism. We also have critical realism, we have Pascal modernisms, we have pragmatism. Okay, but in this case, to make it easy to understand, to differentiate between qualitative and quantitative, I just go to positivism represent on the quantitative, interpretism represent on the qualitative. Okay, in each this philosophy, the key assumption relate to these three. Okay, number one, ontology, the nature of reality. Okay, based on your topics, represent the knowledge. Okay, what is considered a reality so that can be structured as type of knowledge. You should be know this. Okay, why you need to do the research? What the beneficial or contribution after you done your research? So we talk about the knowledge. What is consideration reality? Reality is something like knowledge or facts, so that can be structured as a type of knowledge. Positivism, why you do this research? The realism, real facts. I just want to test this. I want to identify. I want to examine. I want to determine. How to determine? How to examine? I have theory. I need to test a theory. I have represent on hypothesis. I can test the hypothesis. Then suddenly I will know that my statement should be accepted or rejected. And based on the answer can be represented on significantly. So I actually have the directions based on the statistical and numerical approach that we call that the scientific research, that we call that positivism. Okay, from the knowledge, from your topics is represent on idealism. no define, but socially construct. Okay, we know that, for example, if you work in one industry or one company, you have experience on that. Okay, you have experience, but you cannot give some argument or research facts on this matter have actually should be A, B, C, D, because you face on the experience. But regarding on the real fact of research, no matter proof based on the research is actually you want to study this topic is exactly can give this good finding, this good result. For example, can get more profit, you can reduce the cost, you can reduce the time. Yes, it's based on your experience, but you need to prove a research. In order to prove the research, I need study on the qualitative, but based on my idea and my proposal is just only idealism. Idealism. So that's why it's depend on research. In order to complete your idealism, some of research do the action research, case study, phenomenology, ethnography research, narrative inquiries. So a lot of the research strategy in the qualitative. Okay, and this is based on the specific your research question. Okay, not defined but social construct. It's something like, yeah, looking like rational. Yeah, this is a logic. Yes, this is the importance. Yes, we should be know this, but not proof, not proof on the reality facts. It's actually based on the research. In quantitative, oh, this is actually reality because we have theory, but qualitative don't have specific theory. We just only use the theory for understanding, but not specifically or not specifically to test using the theory. We don't have theory to understand on this. We don't have. But in quantitative, we have specific theory, you can test it. So this is number one that we call that ontology. You need to check your topic. You need to check your objective and research question. So your ontology is positivism or interpretism. Then from this, you can know that you actually more quantitative or qualitative, or you maybe use a mixed methods. Mixed method meaning that you use both. You have qualitative and quantitative. So complement each other. Okay. Number two is epistemology, accepted knowledge. How that sometimes people scholar we call that how you grow, how you develop a knowledge. Acceptable knowledge, reality, we call it epistemology. How can that knowledge of reality can be developed? Okay, positivism in quantitative. Objectively, we have literature from previous research. We have theory to be used, can come out of theoretical framework, and then we can test the theory. In order to answer the all objective, we can propose our research hypothesis. It's actually objectively. How to answer this? Oh, my answer, if my finding result is less than 0.0.5, meaning that is a significant relationship between A and B. Or scientifically, objectively, that we call that positivism. In quantitative research is objectively. But for the idealism, ontology represent is interpretism is the idealism. We call that subjectively. Okay, because we know that the answer is not going from theory, not from the hypothesis, but the answer from the participants. We actually depend on the participant. You interview A, you actually depend the answer. So Mr. A will be give the answer like this. You go to another person to go the interview. So another enrichment result you can get, enrichment data. You go to another CD, you get a lot of the information. Okay, so that information is different because you have already identified the sampling. Why you need to interview A, B, C? Because this one A, B, C represent on the stakeholders on the different perspective or multiple perspective to get the very good answer. So actually you follow what theory? No theory. We just follow the theory to get understanding and meaningful only. We not use testing. That we call that subjectively. Some type of research qualitative maybe use the interview. During interview, maybe from the answer from the interview, from the participant, we need to go to the observations. From the observation, we need to check documents. That's why in research in qualitative, in longitudinal, sometimes take a long time. So that's why in research in qualitative, you should be start with a few samples, small sample, not use large number of sample, because your sample will be inductive. We call it another topic. Like after this is approach. You should be add your respondent, add your participant to interview. Okay, but in different way, in the quantitative, yes, you use a very large number of sampling, but you use and the population and sampling. You can reduce a sampling by use the size sampling. So your sampling is maybe 5,000, but you can use a randomly sampling. Maybe you just only need to cover to represent the population, you just only 380. Okay, that the part of we need to cover time to time, week by week. Okay, but the most important thing, second part is objectively and subjectively. So they differentiate between positivism, represent on the quantitative research, and interpretism for the qualitative research is subjectively. The last one, this is a become the finding and then your outcome of your research. The role, nature of research value. Okay, what's the value associated with that knowledge? So what is actually result? So from your research, actually what you need to give the some beneficials or contributions. Positivism in research on quantitative are free of value, is scientific and systematically. The answer is yes or no. Strong, not strong. Significant is not significant. High relationship or no relationship. Scientifically and proven by using the relationship. This is good relationship and significantly. That is systematically, sorry, the significantly to represent on the proven that this answer is actually strong and significant. But in the qualitative research, interpretism, value consumption is based on the interpretation and experience. So from the answer, from the interview, for example, from A, B, C, you need to, first thing first, you need to transcribe. Okay, from the transcribe, you need to go to the interpretation from your analyzing, and then you need to writing on the discussion part. So how that you need to because that's why it's really important. During the interview, you need to go there. You need to go specifically. You need to interview that person. Okay, because you want to understanding the settings. So in order to get the answer from interview by interview, so you want to interpretation. So maybe you get the patterns and corak or team and sub teams. So tema. So this is a part of the qualitative research to get the result, whether it's in the pattern or the teams, based on the interpretation and experience. Okay. In quantitative research, just numerical and statistical not represent the experience, because you just send the questionnaire. Okay, you can use the online, you can send by mail. You no need to see the respondent face to face. No need. Okay, that how you want to represent on the experience. So if you want to compare on the research qualitative and quantitative, qualitative research is more experience, rigorous, LASA. But on the research in quantitative, okay, you actually scientifics. And your answer is more scientifics. But for me, it's a compliment. Sometimes in situation, we need scientific answer. Very specifics. Yes or no. Okay, very. Sometimes we need to in-depth explanations. It should be clear understanding. So some issues you need to go to the explore. And some to we can call that some issues like investigation. So if you want to solve that problem, you need to investigate in depth. You need to go that place. You need to interview one people, another one people. You need to check all the documents and law document, case document, and unofficial document. A lot of document you need to check. Okay, that this part you need to be know that how differentiate this with ontology, epistemology, and axiology. We go to specific. What is positivism and interpretism? Okay, positivism based on the philosophy that knowledge can be found and not built and created. Okay, actually, we actually use the objectively. We only test a theory and test hypothesis. if you think that, oh, I want to create new theory. If you want to develop or create new theory, this is not quantitative research. It's not positivism. It's interpretism or qualitative research. We just only theory testing. So we have two. You want to create new theory or you want testing theory? I just testing the theory. So you are positivism. Okay, we have four. It's clear that respect that positivism can apply and transfer in social research. First thing first, we are actually business research method under umbrella on social research. So sorry, we under umbrella of social science research, business research method, we should be can apply for positivism. Okay, number one. Number two, based on ontological assumptions, positivism believes that social reality exists objectively, independently, and cannot be found by time and context. Bound by time and context. Number three, proof and disprove hypothesis. So that's why you need to test, menentukan, determine the hypothesis. H1, H0, H1 it should be accepted. You need to reject your H0, for example. Actually, the statement of H1 is based on your literature review. Why we should be follow the literature review? Because I'm choose positivism. Whatever the statement from literature review, this is a statement for H1. So the sebaliknya differentiate. So H0. Okay. Knowledge is precise, specific, and the development of science knowledge must be guided by theory and literature review. So hopefully, if you are studying quantitative, whatever chosen citations, choose a theory, it should be accurate, tepat. Because if you cite different something like statements, you cannot firm that these statements are most suitable in this research. When we read your chapter 1 and chapter 2, you represent the wrong theory, you represent the wrong citation, cannot be represent good in research in quantitative. But in qualitative, yes, subjectively, you can choose whatever the theory, you can explain more and more theory and literature review purposely for meaningful and understanding. But still have issue. You need to write your theory and literature review in term good narrative and penceritaan yang jelas untuk faham. When we read your literature review, we read and read, go paragraph and paragraph. Okay, go to page and page. We go to we can get the understanding, we can get the process. Okay, that's the positivism. Okay, we have 8 application positivism, and you just make it summary. Okay, the observer must be free. Okay, if you want to do the research in quantitative, must be free. Okay, no need to go to the specific respondent to check whatever their answer. So the answer should be completed. You need to give free your respondent. You just send to email. You send an email to answer your all question. You need to provide very simple way. Just tick, just circle the answer. Okay, you should have very good arahan, or we call that direction, how to answer, how to complete this questionnaire. Okay, and that number one, the observer must be free. Human interest, it should be irrelevant. Okay, we not the instrument. If compare in qualitative, yes, researcher as instruments, but in quantitative, no. But we just scientifically. So human no interest. Explanation, yes. Actually research, both explanation. Qualitative need to explain, qualitative also explanation. Quanti explain, quali explain. But qualitatively, qualitative explanation, in-depth explanation. Okay, but in term quantitative, we call that scientific explanations. Okay, research progress through hypothesis and deductive. Okay, you should be know in quantitative. So if you go to the proposal defect and viva panel, will ask you why you choose many theory. Please cut the theory. Why you write more and more thing, the same thing? Why redundantly? Why you repeating your citation? Please remove this paragraph. Please delete this page number. Please start from 21 until 35, please remove this page. Because in this page is actually not relevant. Why you need to explain this theory? This theory is not related in your research. Please remove. So that's why in your research, in quantitative, more deductive. When you collect the data, you're not completed, remove your data. Your data is not normal, you remove your questionnaire, sorry, your set of questionnaire. Your item is not fit, remove your item. That's why we call that deductive research progress through. Hypothesis test. Okay, in order to answer specifically in advanced statistical, in order to get a relationship, differentiate, influence, effect, we need to represent on your hypothesis. So that hypothesis we need to test. Okay, concept need to be operate so that can be measured. That the most important thing in quantitative, you need to represent numerical, and numerical data and statistical data can be measured. So from the raw material, sometimes we need to simplify the material, can be numerical, can be test. Okay, from your data collection, sometimes we need to go to the compute the data. Okay, we need to compute the data to go to the specific numerical, can be testing your data. And in order to make sure that your analysis is properly, we need to compute the data before we go to the analyze. Okay, unit analysis in quantitative, we call that respondents and respondents. So respondent should be represent on the calculation on your sampling size. Should be, we know that your population and sampling technique and sampling size through on the quantitative technique, whether you use a table or formula. Generation through statistical probability. So in this part, in this research, in order to answer, in order to analyze the data, we use the statisticals. Okay, sampling require randomly live samples. So because our data, it should be large in order to get the answer, because you constrain about time, constrain about money, constrain about the logistic. So that's why we use the sampling, probability sampling techniques. Okay, that the 8 implication of positivism, or if you want to understand the 8 implication of quantitative research, this one. Okay, interpretism, another one. After we done our positivism, you need to clearly your interpretism based on the social construct. Knowledge is built based on the experience, based on the exploration, in-depth explanation, observation of the world human being and reality is built. So in order to nak faham tentang kehidupan dalam dunia ni, secara spesifik in your study, if you want to understand the mostly on the what happening and on the specific topic in your worldwide, you should be involved humanistic, involve the human interest. Okay, how to be involved? We need to be instrument, researcher, I, as the instrument in order to get the data by using exploration, observe, okay, and then based on the explanation, whether from the interviews or checklist, okay, or based on the documents, and that you need to create ambience. So that's why they differentiate. If in the quantitative is theory testing, in qualitative is actually theory building. Okay, we not specifically, scientifically, objectively in the quantitative. In quantitative, you should be follow because you're positivism. In this research, more flexibility because we just only idealism. We want to prove this idealism to give in-depth explanation. In order to get the in-depth explanation, we need to do the exploration, observation, and explanation techniques. Okay, we have 8 implication of interpretism, but what is being observed. Okay, kita researcher is part in your observe. Okay, if you see in quantitative research, okay, because you can still do a research because the questionnaire can be sent by online. But if you are research in qualitative, you are sick. So who the people we can go for the interview? You cannot send other people to the interview, because the most important thing, we as researcher, we as instrument, we should be clear the process and activity. The most important thing in research, in quantitative research, the important thing is the final output, final outcome. But qualitative, yes, all the research need the research outcome. But the most important thing, the journey of the research, the process of the research, that the part of the value on the research qualitative. It's not just only from the end or the final output, but the process and activity and journey. So this part experience is more valuable for the researcher qualitative. Okay, human interest. Yes, we should be primary drive. We is the research instruments. So sometimes the differentiate we can make scientific represent quantitative, humanistic represent on qualitative research. Explanation should be in deep. We compare explanation in quantity more generally, in qualitative in depth. Research progress through collect rich data and include inductive idea. Okay, in order to get the fresh data and rich data, and so you should be add and add. For example, you use sampling snowball. When you go the right person purposely, okay, sorry, go to the snowball, the right person, you start the interview. After the interview, that person call that, if you want to get more specific answer, please go to the interview, the person B. So this we call that snowball. So from B, recommend the C, you need to go interview C. From C, recommend D, you need to go to interview D. That if you choose your sampling is snowball techniques. Okay, from this interview, you can get enrichments, enlightenments data. Okay, so that's most important thing in terms of qualitative, no shortcut. We cannot use quantitative. You just go to the 300 respondent, you can get the data. How you want to interview 300 people? So we cannot use the statistical, we can use numerical. So in the part of the qualitative research, the most important thing is actually how to get the in-depth explanation. So we need to go the right people, the right persons. Okay, it depends on the situation. If you can know that the right person, you can choose the purposive. If very limited, based your investigation, very limited, you try hard, but very difficult to find that. You just start with the one person. From that, you can snowball to another participants. Okay, research progress through collect rich data and include inductive idea. Concept must involve stakeholders' perspective. In order to, for example, we go to the school. In order to understand the school culture, okay, school environments, you need to interview students, interview teachers, interview headmasters. You need to interview our staff, support staff. You need to interview park guard. You need to interview lab assistant. You need to interview, in Malaysia we call that PIBG. And so the parent associations. So why you need to all the multiple perspective? Because you need to very clear stakeholders perspective. For quantitative, just send to the questionnaire to student only. You are actually not the stakeholders perspective. You go to very specifically. So that's why in qualitative, you cannot be specifically. So that's why it's very subjectively, very flexibility. In order to get in-depth explanation, we cannot excuse. We need to involve everywhere, everything that the related on the research. Okay, unit analysis can be involved complexity of the situation in all way. So dia tak ada excuse. In order to get more better or more understanding the situation and setting, we should be go. That's why the research is longitudinal time horizons. Okay, generation through abstract. Abstract theory meaning that how to make sure that how to understand this case. You should be explain a process and go to one sentence, another sentence to be very good narrative way. Okay, to bring the in-depth explanation. So from the in-depth explanation, you cover A, B, C, D. So when you cover start, A to Z, you explain is more detailed. This represent on the abstractions. Okay, so abstraction, for example, in quantitative, your abstract is actually only on your result. Okay, this method, I know that this method. Oh, I know that this theory, I know this one. Then suddenly, the most interesting your result. Sometimes your result also, this result also same with the different other countries. But in terms of qualitative research, based on your finding, bring, we call that fresh result, fresh understandings. So that's we call that abstractions. Okay. Sample requires, we needs to start the small samples. Okay, because yes, we should be start with a small sample, but we need to saturate it. If you're not saturated, then you need to use the inductive approach. Need to add the participant to go to the process. Okay. Example research philosophy writing. This is some of the example. Sorry. Okay. Just wait, because we have problem on our slide. I try to share. Just wait, because I need to close this slide. I need to open again. Okay. Just wait, Just we have the problem on the my PowerPoint. Just wait, I try to recovery these problems. Okay, this topic is really important, and that's why I go through the slice by slice on your slide, and to make sure that you are really understand on this topic. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, now I can share. Okay, this is an example. Okay, example research philosophy writing and in thesis. For example, this one from Ruzanifah Kosnim. Okay, this is actually thesis from University Technology Mara from UiTM. The topic is Goldina acceptance. Is modern monetary system empirical evidence in the context of Goldina. So this one paragraph, they are explained. Research philosophy is term relate to the development of knowledge and the nature of that knowledge. Yeah, aside from Saunders, Lewis, and Thornhill. The adaptations of research philosophy contain important assumptions about the way in which we view the world. The assumption will be underpin the research strategy and method chosen. So in order to choose research strategy and methods. Research philosophy explain the worldview of different research paradigm. This research, okay, this is relate their research. In this research, use post-positivism. They use of positivism as the fundamental philosophy. Post-positivism is sometimes called the scientific methods that whole determine philosophy in which cause probably determine effect the outcome. So you want to check the outcome, check the effect, how to determine the effects and outcome. This is aside from the Saunders. The problem studied by positivism reflect the needs to identify and assess the cause and influence outcome with the intention reduce the idea into a small discrete cell of idea test. So they reduce the idea because in positivism is we not the idealism. Positivism develop new knowledge based on careful observation and measurement of the objective reality. So yeah, we actually come up with the new knowledge, but based on the objective reality that exists, based on the already the real fact already. Therefore, developing measure observe behavior of individual numerical, statistical, become paramount to post-positivism. If frequently advocate that positivism, researcher will be likely to use highly structured methodology in order to facilitate replications. In light of the post-positivism, this research main objective is to search factors or cause that determine the acceptance of the goal. So in their research, use the positivism. So okay, this one also from the Surya Musa. They try to write the three part of the assumptions. The positioning of research for this study is summarized having these three qualities as follows. They explain the ontological assumption. So that's why I already mentioned that it's really important to understand ontology, epistemology, and nosology in your research. But in this case, Surya Musa explained in their thesis. In developing a new frameworks, the research to director from respondent view based on the reality and actual experience and practice, constructivism. Constructivism is actually mostly like interpretism. Instead of an unpractical opinion view objectively. So they use the constructivism, meaning that in the part of ontology, the first line they present on the interpretism, meaning that qualitative. Related, the knowledge and sharing practice implement BIM with the Malaysia construction industry. Furthermore, this research aims to generate precious data to build up theory. And building theory. This is actually inductive interpretism. Therefore, this research theory building rather than theory testing. Theory testing is quantitative, but this research uses theory building. This is qualitative. Additionally, the research environment is not expected to be controlled and simplified with assumption. We cannot just be simplified. We cannot be simplified. And hypothesis as deductive approach use the positivism tadi. Okay, so we not expected and we not expected. So yang line kat bawah tu, kalau kalau you choose in quantitative using the hypothesis approach, you can expect that we call that forecasting. Okay, epistemology. As discussed earlier, the nature of the research to lean more toward interpretism. So their research use interpretism is wrote to nation to live world experience. So the word of experience, okay? If you study in quantitative, not use the word experience. You cannot be use the word experience. So experience is actually the wording for the qualitative research. Okay, social construct instead the idealities among multiple practitioners to seek the information for developing new knowledge sharing practice in implement frameworks. Thus, the research environment cannot be controlled as human. Okay. Believe that the sambung knowledge is the gain from the participation. Accordingly, contingency assumption has been identified the most appropriate research epistemology for this study based on the knowledge gathered examining variety knowledge sharing framework, practice, tool, and organizational structure. So the last one is the value part, zoology. The research also validate the developed framework and the effective BI implementation in Malaysia. This phenomenon under this research interpret with the contact through direct interaction involvement among practitioner, client, design. This is we call that multiple perspective or stakeholders involve client, designer, integrate designer, and contractor. In this context, this study lean toward the value-laden research. Okay, in conclusion, the philosophy of this research lean more toward contactism of the ontology stand, while the epistemology perspective it lends toward the interpretism and ontology view the being value-laden. Some of the research, okay, there are citations, okay, also adopted the paradigm, the research require research to understand, explore, elicit opinion, view, and perception of the respondent. Thus, this justify the research philosophy as relevant with environment study. The philosophical position of the research influence the selection of the appropriate research approach as described in the next section. The following section focus the second layer of the onion model, establish the proper research approach to research. So last week already we are trying to explore on the onion models. So this how that This example for Surya Musa, in order to write the philosophical, they start with the explain or the related on their research on part of ontological, epistemology, and zoology, then they make the conclusions. So this is another ways from the Hafiz Hanif in order to write the philosophical worldview. Okay, research can be as a systematic process into investigate something by which we know more as the result and the process. That's really important, because in research, result and the process two part really important. So we actually input, process, output. The systematic inquiry may be approached in a number of ways, quantitative and qualitative, a mixture of both. Say research, we can be mono, quanti or quali, or we can mixed method. Okay, assume that throughout there, observable, measurable positivism approach really heavily on the statistical analysis of significant and other type multiplicative calculation. In contrast, interpretivism approach often associate with naturality inquiry. Attempt to understand the multiple meaning. Okay, in attempt to understand the multiple meaning of experience and explore the different meaning people impose the experience. By exploring meaning, the research then try to construct worldview based on the interpretation shaped by research experience in collect and analyze the data. So in this paragraph, this paragraph try to share that the most important thing to get the meaning and experience, we need to study on the qualitative. But honestly, I already read their thesis. Actually, their thesis is mixed method. Okay, but I tried to share this paragraph. Okay, although useful sometimes, sorry, this will continue. Although used sometimes the interpretism, positivism divide in over stress. Perhaps interpretism and positivism can be as a point, a continuum. Okay, this one, they represent to complement between interpretism, qualitative and positivism. Point at a continuum where the positivism and interpretism is opposite end. Research study is some from the another, reside between these two ends in keep with the perspective in this study use. Okay, from their research, actually you in this study use both quantitative and qualitative method to attempt to answer research questions. So in order to answer the research question, you use the quantitative and qualitative. We call that mixed method, meaning that they have the interpretism and positivism. They have both. Okay, from the qualitative strategy, you use observations and interview. However, the study does not reject quantitative discussion as data frequent a message post survey response. So they have used survey to represent on the quantitative data. Okay. So this one, another paragraph by Notutiani Abdul Wahid. They actually, if you are study using the DDR, and this topic actually come out a module. So they develop a module. So topic is problem post multimedia module and effective. So actually they propose the module and test the effectiveness. Okay, so they start this section, elaborate the overall strategy and methods relate to data and collection and data analysis process. In this study, selection of strategy and method, consideration integrating component of the study coherent logical way. This ensure that the study effectively address the research problem with accepted degree, validity, and reliability during the data collection, data management process, analysis the process. This is the introduction. So to establish the philosophical choice. So this is the first start, explain the philosophical choice and research approach, sorry. The study moves to determine the research strategy with the respect research purpose and aim to develop module. Instruction design strategy has been chosen by adopting development and design from DDR. To answer this objective listed, the study has adopted a mixed method approach. Okay, there are two main approaches to research, namely inductive and deductive approach. Because they use a mixed method, should be need to combine approach inductive and deductive. Okay, inductive approach start by collect data, analyze data, and generating team conclude the finding, generate a new theory. The inductive approach involves collecting qualitative data to generate meaning to subjective behavior, actions, specific time and context. Alternatively, the deductive approach is an approach to start by choosing existing theory. So they actually try to explain how related in this topic on the quantitative and qualitative. So qualitative on the inductive, and for the quantitative, they are explained on the deductive approach. The aim of the approach is to answer research questions. Sample to gain the result. The focus in study is to develop and test the module based on the theory and collecting qualitative data to explore the conceptual change and acute among the student recall. So they use the inductive and deductive using both. So they have specifically why they choose quantitative. That's why in this part of quantitative, they need to test the theory. For the qualitative, that want to enhance the effectiveness. Okay, that's why you use the qualitative data to make sure the explore the conceptual change among students. Okay, this example from Nur Fahana Ramli. So this one actually to their topic is develop instrument. Okay, you can read this example. So I not explain all the example. You can refer this slide. This one objectively from Nur Fahana Ramli is develop and validate the instrument. If you want to study to develop and validate instrument, this is an example how to write the research philosophy. So this one also Herbert Nassim, if you want to use a mixed method, so this is the way you write your philosophy and your research design. Okay, this one in Bahasa Melayu. Okay, this is my PhD. You want to refer in how to write your research of philosophy in Bahasa Melayu. So this is an example from my PhD thesis. Okay. Okay, we go to the research approach. Okay, we have done our discussion on research philosophy, represent on positivism and interpretism. Plus, we need to explain and understand on the ontology, epistemology, and axiology. Now we go to the research approach. Okay, research approach, we have three: deductive, inductive, abductive. From the example on the research writing, actually we already touched on the deductive and deductive. So deductive for quantitative research, inductive for the qualitative research, abductive for mixed method. Okay, there are two different approaches to conducting research, namely deductive and inductive. But most recently, Saunders et al. Add another approach we call the abductive combination, both deductive and inductive approach. Understanding this approach is very important to align and to develop a research philosophy, which is a turn can assist determine appropriate research option and research strategy to improve research efficiency. Okay, before we identify, we choose the research strategy. In order to clearly understand research design, number one, research philosophy we actually understand and done. Okay, that the next is research approach. Okay, we start with the deductive. Deductive approach is the research approach which is the correlation is very strong between cause and conclusion must be true and valid. So when we using theory, we test a theory, we need to develop and propose the hypothesis. From hypothesis, you should be test. You have H1, you have H0 to measure that you want to test in that correlation or influence or effects that go to these paths. The effect will become strong between relationship, for example. So you need to be conclude by scientifically the answer, your outcome, you should be true and strong or not. True or not. But you can prove by significantly also. So that is why we need to specific. When you go to the specific, you go to the specific data, you go to the specific analysis, you can get the result also specifics. Deductive begins by selecting appropriate theory. Okay, this is the most important. So if your supervisor asks you, you have theory, because why does your supervisor ask that question? Because you want to study quantitative. If you want to study quantitative, you should have appropriate, accurate theory. Why? Because you want to develop hypothesis. You cannot be develop hypothesis and if you don't have specific theory. From that theory planning strategy to test hypothesis perform accordingly, past finding obtained, either accept or reject initial hypothesis. That's it. Identify and determine only. That's why the first thing first, why the question from your supervisor, why you want to study this topic? Because I want to study no more research in quantitative research. Yes, I know you mentioned no previous study on this topic, but my question, you have theory or not? Oh, this topic is still new, so no have theory. If this part is reality, yeah, and we discuss ontology, knowledge, yeah, not many cover, we still blur, we cannot get in-depth explanation, you should be used in qualitative research. Oh, I don't want to study on qualitative research because I don't have experience. If you want to do quantitative research, please change your topic. Your topic is more suitable in qualitative research, it's not quantitative research. That's the problem. Your supervisor already highlight, you need to change your methods. But you need to maintain your method. If you want to maintain your method, you need to change your topics. That's the process, first semester or second semester student facing the issues. Okay, deductive begins by selecting appropriate theory and developing hypothesis. How you develop hypothesis based on the theory and statement from literature review. Okay, then test hypothesis performed according to past finding from the literature. Obtain either accept or reject initial hypothesis. Number 3, deductive method is also known as top-down method. In quantitative, we call that top-down because we start the theory, we start do first thing first, we need to test the theory, you need to identify and testing the theory, that we call that top-down method or top-down research. Sometimes another way we call that top-down, bottom-up. So in qualitative, we call bottom-up. In quantitative, top-down. Okay, right. Scientific principle from the theory data explain relationship influence. Quantitative research freedom, sufficient sample to draw the conclusion. Sometimes in the world view, okay, if you want to clear or you want to get the answer specific issue, it's very simple, simplified. Because in this knowledge, in this topic, we have already theory. Okay, that's why we need use that theory to test. In order to answer your research, okay, we should be start to test in theory and then come up the theoretical framework based on the different culture, different theory, different setting. We need to adapt from the previous theory to come up conceptual framework. Yes, we actually adapt, but the first thing first, we need to have accurate theory to drive your research based on the issue on political, economy, social, technology, religions. So we propose adaptive. That's why you propose conceptual framework. I'm explain on the quantitative part. Okay, in qualitative different because we actually from the idealism and subjectively. And after this, I'm explain the inductive. Okay, inductive. Inductive reasoning serves the opposite that from something draw a conclusion. From one the more fact for which conclusion, one or more fact, which is you get a lot enrichment data, then you can conclude. You cannot be conclude. I think that your explanation is not deep because your conclude, I think I cannot get what you're explaining. So cannot much increase my understanding, increase my knowledge, meaning that not saturated. So that's why if the qualitative research come up the conclusion, their conclusion give more and more in deep explanation. We will increase our knowledge. We will know that situation. We can get the exactly the answer can be we be accept and understanding. Okay. Next, the research we formulate some hypothesis. Okay. Some people when they read research methodology book confusing the word of hypothesis. Okay. In qualitative research, they have also hypothesis. But this hypothesis, we call that generate. You give the literature, you generating the, okay. In qualitative, actually give the idea and give the facts to the quantitative research. So quantitative research, read from the research in qualitative, I can get the facts and then you want to test it. That. So the research is about the circle. You start with the qualitative research. Qualitative research give a themes, okay, give a new theory, new models, in-depth explanation in one issues. So in quantitative research, get this finding to test. That's why we call that quantitative testing hypothesis. In qualitative, we need to generate hypothesis. If you not generate, quantitative research cannot be tested because we don't have hypothesis. So how we can to test? So that's why qualitative is generate. Quantitative take the finding from qualitative research to test. For example, you mentioned you want to testing theory. How to get the theory? Theory start with the qualitative research because qualitative research is building the theory, theory building. So they create a new theory. Quantitative research will be take this new theory to test. That you should be clearly understanding. Okay. Next, it also not the bottom up. Tadi quantitative is top down, qualitative or inductive is the bottom up. Meaningful understanding, okay, meaningful, you give more. If you researcher in qualitative, please remember these two terms. In our research, we need to get meaningful, more understanding. Why we cite theory, why we cite literature review? Because for meaningful and more understanding. Deep understanding, qualitative, flexible part of the research process. Okay, that we summarize. So I try to make it summarize to properly to understand between deductive and inductive. Again, deductive is a quantitative research, inductive is the qualitative research. In deductive, quantitative, we start to the selection a theory and test a theory. After test the theory, we need to test the hypothesis. After that, we need to collect data and analysis. Then you get the finding. That the top down. But you check the inductive. Inductive start to from your data. If you want to know this research qualitative, we need to get the data first. So we need to explore, we need to observe phenomena, we need to get the finding. The research will start the finding. So in research qualitative, it's really important. You need to make sure you make it your proposal defense earlier, because you cannot be represent on your research in your chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. The most important thing, you get the finding first. After you get the finding first, that we know that to get the team to represent your collect data analysis, we call that teams. From the team, you can generate hypothesis, then suddenly you can get the theory. Okay, you can see the differentiate. In qualitative research, suddenly they develop or they build a theory buildings. But on the quantitative, they start the theory testing. In quantitative, suddenly the last thing, the most important thing, they get the result or finding. But in qualitative, the finding, then they start the journey. They double check their findings. Actually, they come out the team. From this team, actually, they come out the hypothesis. So from their team and analysis from hypothesis, we can see that, oh, this explanation, in-depth explanation can come up the new theory. They are checked by others' theory. Yes, from the checking from the previous theory, not other same theories before. So that's why we there come up the new model, new theory. Okay. Okay, we go to the adaptive. Adaptive is represent on the mixed method when they are combination inductive and combined inductive and deductive. So consideration begin with the incomplete set. So if you want study in qualitative, incomplete. So we need to another approach. You study in quantitative deductive, incomplete. You want to another approach. So you using both inductive and deductive, that become complement. So become complete set. Okay, take an event that already happens and describe in the simplest and most likely reason. So if you use a study in quantitative, your conclusion is more scientifically. If you study in the qualitative, you represent on the more on subjectively and idealism, suddenly based on the experience. So combination conclusion from qualitative and quantitative represent conclusion for the best explanation. Intelligent, this is the words, intelligent explanation. If you want to get an in-depth explanation, you go through the qualitative. You want to general explanation, scientific explanation, you go through the quantitative research. But if you want to make the best explanation or intelligent explanation, you need use adaptive combination between inductive and deductive. Adaptive include combination but receive data from wider variety source, meaning that we go through straight away your objective and research question. If research question number 1 is quantity, then you using the quantitative technique. If the second is the qualitative, your second research question is qualitative, using the qualitative method and analysis. Go to specific to answer your research question. But when we go through as the total, as the all, your specific objective research question, so number 1, refer to the quantity. Number 2, research quality. So you blend your mix. Example outcome, for example, this one example. From the outcome finding, This man had left town as soon as murder was committed. Okay, this is a theory. Killer often leave the place where they are commit to crime. Case analysis and data collection discuss Mr. Killer. Okay, from the first thing first, this man had left town as soon as murder was committed. So these are from the qualitative research. And then from the theory quantitative research, killer often leave the place where they commit the crime. So you get the two results. So another result from the qualitative, from your observation, you found that the man had left town as soon as murder was committed. This is a qualitative research from the inductive. But from the deductive, from the theory, killer often leave the place where they are committing a crime. So based on the combination, this theory and new finding, so we call that abductive. Okay. So this is some of the summary on the deductive, inductive, and abductive. Okay, deductive is specific. You should be know. Deductive is specific, scientific, function, minimize existing option. So the keyword is specific. If you want to choose a theory, go to the specific. So you want to make sure the numbers of theory, go to the minimize the numbers. Sometimes we always think that, oh, we are PhD student, we need to use many theory. No, the function of the deductive research on the quantitative is minimize existing options. Conclusion, always true, accurate, general rule, specific conclusions. So very tough. You cannot say wrong. Yeah, we get the specific. From this result, we found that our result is less than 0.05, meaning that our relationship is significantly specific, scientific. So it should be significant. So they have relationship with significance. So scientific, specific conclusion. In the inductive, qualitative, generalize existing idea. And we go the epistemology, idealisms. Okay, that how that is idealism is with generals. So get the how that you can get the meaningful and in-depth explanation. Probably true, probably they're not always true. Always true is quantitative. Probably true, and from the specific observation, you go to the interview, go to the observe, you go to the check the government, you can get a general conclusion. Okay, you can get the complete conclusion. It's not specific, so differentiate specific in general conclusion. But you're using both abductive. Incomplete observation, some incomplete observation, then if you use the abductive, you can get best predictions. Function, creating space to generate new idea. The best explanation and intelligent explanation. Incomplete observation, that's the best prediction. Okay, if you choose only one approach, you only depend on one approach. But when you use both approach, deductive and deductive, they bring a best explanation or intelligent explanation. Okay. Okay, example research approach writing. Okay, this one from the Surya Musa. The study explored and investigate the current knowledge sharing approach process and the benefits and challenge in implementation BIM in Malaysia construction organization. After consider the nature of the research problems, this research leans towards the interpretism paradigm. The data in this study lends toward qualitative subjectivity rather than quantitative objectivity analysis. The semi-structured case study interview has been used. So they use a research strategy is case study. Okay, by this means the research is associated with qualitative research and does not involve any testing or theory. So they not use quantitative, not use testing theory, not use testing hypothesis. So they are based on the qualitative research. Consequently, the inductive approach. So this is approach. Inductive approach will be aligned with the qualitative research method, has been used this research approach. However, the research began by research deducing from literature. So dia ada dekat dalam literature ni dia deducing lah. Maksudnya we what we call that, we screening your literature review. So just read the literature review yang relevant. We call that relevance. Okay. Okay, according to Saunders, using both approach make very easy to estimate logical and correct result, but it's necessary for the research to combine right piece and this approach. In conclusion, the research adopted both deductive, okay, because they use the literature review. Finally, in conclusion, the research adopt both deductive approach based on the conduct literature review and inductive based on the interview respondent in the case study. So from literature review, the selective from literature review, so that part they use the deductive approach in the quantitative. For the qualitative review, because you want to get the more what we call that subjective result that they make the interview respondent in doing the case study. Okay. Okay, this is in Bahasa Melayu. So this is my thesis. So I'm using the positivism, then I highlight that I use the deductive approach. So this is in Bahasa Melayu. Okay. So we go to the research choice. Okay, research choice is how that suddenly after you've done your research philosophy and research philosophy and research approach, then we know that if your study is quantitative only or qualitative only. So we call that mono. Mono meaning one. So my study is mono method. Mono method meaning that one. I'm just use qualitative research only one. I'm using only quantitative research only one. So you using quantitative or quantitative research only, just only one. Mixed method you using both. I'm use quantitative and qualitative. So that we call that mixed method. I'm using quantitative and qualitative method that we call that mixed method. The last one is multiple method. Multiple method meaning that two and more. Meaning that I'm using two method in quantitative. For example, I'm using survey, I'm using experiment. That we call that multi-method quantitative. I repeat, I'm using both. I'm using two or more in quantitative. For example, I'm using quantitative, I'm using survey and experiment. So I actually multi-method quanti. Okay, in another way, in the qualitative, I'm using two or more. For example, I using case study and actual research. In this thesis, I using case study and actual research, meaning that I use two strategy research in the qualitative. That we call that multi-method qualitative. I'm observation, I'm interview. That we call that not method, itu technique. So if you use the interview and the observation, we call that multi-technique. It's not multi-method. Multi-method, I'm using case study. Second one, I'm using actual research. Meaning that you use two research strategy in qualitative, that we call that multi-method qualitative. Okay. We start with the mono method. Mono method, which is one. Okay. A mono method, it should be one, either quantitative or qualitative. Okay, this is a example explanation on the qualitative and quantitative. Okay, I just make it summary because after this I need to detail or still qualitative and quantitative on the 25 areas. Okay, so I'm start this slide, but I try to make it summary because we need to focus another slide. As basis, research can be classified in qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative research aim to gain initial insight, produce theory. That is theory building, create a new theory. That's the qualitative. Focus quantitative research to test hypothesis, test theory. Okay, to provide empirical evidence. Sometimes in quantitative we call that empirical, but qualitative always using term finding. Did not call the empirical, but we call the finding evidence. In addition, qualitative research involves inductive. Already know that approach. Qualitative using inductive, quantitative using deductive. In inductive, and then for the data collection using the small sample size. Quantitative using deductive using large sample size. Okay, second paragraph. Although qualitative research saves time and cost, the result obtained may not have to hide generalization. Okay, this first statement you need to check on the book research. The book highlight that quantitative is mostly saving time rather than in qualitative. Some book of qualitative mention that the qualitative is more save time rather in quantitative. In this part, whatever point that you highlight and the statement that you give, make sure you have the citation to prove that your statements. Okay, may not have to hide generalization, validity, and validity. Also, be part of really important in your research in chapter 3. So, explain on the we call that validity and validity. On the other hand, quantitative research involves time and high cost, but result obtained can be generalized. So, this one I think you need to check your scholar or research method book in order to make a citation. So in qualitative research, often use exploratory research, explanatory research, descriptive research, but on the quantitative, they have using, for example, descriptive, relationship, influence, effects, or you study the experiment also. In addition, in qualitative, using we call that text, visual audio, but in the quantitative using the numerical and statistician. So if you see that non-statistician or non-numerical, meaning that for the qualitative. In quantitative, they use numerical and statistical. So this is a really important 25 comparisons of qualitative and quantitative research. So this part is really important. I take a long time in order to complete these 2 slides to make it 25 comparison of qualitative. So this 25 is not based on any books. I just to compile from my understanding, compile from the facts from the specific books, but I'm not refer one book, refer many books that I try to share with you with the 25 comparison of qualitative and quantitative research. This is a really important. If you can understand this 25, meaning that you can differentiate what research on the qualitative and quantitative. Okay, so we go through number 1, analysis. First thing first, the second box is for the qualitative research. The next column is the quantitative research. For analyzing, okay, I just straight away because it's easy to understand. Okay, analyzing, data were analyzed according theme and data were categorized into pattern. So 2 keywords, theme and patterns. If you use it in qualitative, then when people ask you why you need to use a qualitative research, why you need to use the analysis, qualitative analysis. So from your data, we can analyze according to theme. You can come up, you can found that specific theme. Sometimes we're not using the word the specific lah. We use the theme and data we categorize into patterns. So in quantitative, straightway analysis using statistical or numerical methods. Okay, from the finding. In qualitative, your finding is holistic. Your finding is comprehensive, detailed and in-depth description. This is the finding on the qualitative, holistic, comprehensive, detailed and in-depth description. On quantitative, precise, accurate, based on the represent on numerical and statistic. Okay. Number 3 is data. Data from the text of word, behavior, visual, observation in interview. In quantitative can be on the primary data and the secondary data. Primary from the survey ataupun questionnaire ataupun data secondary data from the annual report. Okay, for example, from the statistical data on the annual report. Exploration. Okay, explore complex problems. This is the qualitative research. Explore complex problems and interaction between humans. The basic for outcome and process. So the really important, the most important thing, how that this research align the process and outcome also. But for the quantitative, explore outcome and due to treatment, manipulation and final outcome. They just think about the outcome, the final output. So the final output will be represent the scientific answer. Okay, philosophy, they have interpretism in qualitative, positivism in the quantitative. Okay, phenomenon, often study unknown phenomena. We study qualitative because unknown phenomena or just we know very few known phenomena. Kita cuma tahu benda tu sikit-sikit je, kabur lagi. That we call that qualitative. But in quantitative, study or tracing on well-known phenomena, you already know that issues. You already know that the setting, the environments, that the quantitative research. Focus. Qualitative is quality. Quantitative is quantity. So that's why sample large on the quantity, quantitative research, qualitative small sample size. Hypothesis generating. Qualitative is actually develop, create the hypothesis. But quantitative research will be used that hypothesis from generate by qualitative research to be tested. So they call that hypothesis or theory testing is the quantitative research. Observer. Yes, I'm the researcher in qualitative. I'm the instrument, the research. I need to observe all the part of the process. I need to observe. But in the quantitative, the observer cannot see the process. We cannot see how that the respondents, the answer each questionnaire, all the each question. We cannot see. Okay? The presence of the researcher close. Betapa dekat kita dengan your participation and your respondent. Very close. Researcher distance, too far away. And so different researcher distance for quantitative, very close in the qualitative. Result, Do not focus on generalizations. Focus on generalization because your answer represent on your sample from sample 330 from your analysis using the software SPSS can represent the result significantly based on the 365 data. But on the qualitative from the enrichment enlightenment data, we cannot generalization same like the quantitative research. Every answer from the participant give the enrichment data. Okay, goal, meaningful and understanding. This keyword, meaningful and understanding, but in quantitative represent facts. You can predict, you can explain, but not in deep. And then hypothesis testing. Okay, value freedom involve human interest, but in quantitative, no human interest. Okay. Number 14, approach inductive deductive. Okay. 15, abstraction, enrichment and detail, truthiness and comprehensive and truthiness. Okay. Quantitative, identify, integrate with several generalizable variable and then reduce. That's why in quantitative using a few factors, variable IV and DB, mediating, they use only a few variable only. But for the qualitative, we actually enrich in detail. Okay, data collection can be interview, observation, and document. This is become very basically. Okay, if you go to the complex, actually in qualitative also can use the survey, but the survey for the descriptive analysis only. For the quantitative, the commonly using the questionnaire and inventory test or experiment for do use inventory sets. But sometimes quantitative also can use the interview, also can use the observation, can be using document, but in the structured way. Okay. Research question, why and how. That's the qualitative research. In quantitative research, is based on what, when, where, and who. And they have more to specifically. But in order to get the exploration result and the in-depth explanation in qualitative research applied to answer research question is based on why and how. Research design, exploration, in-depth explanation, descriptive, flexibility, emergence. But for quantitative, descriptive, you can check, and descriptive apply both. Descriptive can be in qualitative, descriptive also can be in quantitative. Relationship, influence, effect, structure, predetermined. So this is a quantitative. Sample, small and large. Okay. Nature of the study, divergence, more extensive and exploratory. Convergent, narrow and more definitive. And I told that the quantitative research is more convergence, but in the qualitative is more divergence. Okay, point of view, all the results, all the answer, we actually depend on the participants. But quantitative is depend on the researcher, how that researcher can manipulation, how they can research can be using the technique analysis to get the answer set that scientifically. Data source and work performed, in-depth interview. So we have in-depth interview, open-ended question, review document, attracting participant or informants, closed question and survey, measuring some small and finite numbers of variables. You're just using very selected variable or construct. Okay, setting, carry out the naturalistic. So naturalistic testing, and so the most important thing on the setting should be naturalistic. But for the quantitative, carry out under control condition. We using that carry out under control. Okay. Theory building for qualitative, theory testing for quantitative purpose, discover to get idealism, exploration, general research question. But for quantitative, testing hypothesis, specific research question testing. So this is 25 comparison and to more understanding to why we choose you choose in your research if more suitable to apply quantitative or qualitative. Next, mixed methods. Just to make it very simple way to understand what is a mixed method, combination between quantitative and quantitative. Okay, please combination with the method and the technique. Technique to the interview, observation, documents, survey, and inventory test, the combination on the technique plus combination and methods. If you use a mixed method, it should be one method in quanti or method in quanti are using survey. I'm using another method from the qualitative case study. So I'm use case study, I'm use survey. That we call that mixed method. I'm using experiment, I'm using actual research. One from quali, one from the quanti. That we call that mixed method. If I'm just use case study, but I'm in case study, I have interview, I have survey. I just do only one case study. But in case study, I have survey, interview, document. Still in qualitative research. It's not mixed method because you just only case study. If you're using both, are using case study and survey, that we call that mixed method. Okay. Multi-method combination that I'm explaining early our class. Okay, that I highlight that the multiple, you should be 2 or more. In quantitative, we call that multi-method quantitative. If you're using more, 2 or more in qualitative, we call that multi-method qualitative. Sometimes not always discuss on these methods. Sometimes we have also, we call that multi-method mix, meaning that using 4. For example, in quantitative, I'm using survey and experiment 2. And then for the qualitative, I'm using case study and ethnography. Case study, ethnography, survey, experiment. I'm using 2 for quanti, 2 the quali, that we call that multi-method mix. So I can make it summarize on this based on this figure. So in research choice, okay, we have 2. We call that mono method and multiple method. Mono method should be 1, either qualitative or quantitative research. Multiple method, we have 2, multi-method and mixed method. So in multi-method, we have multi-method quantitative, we have multi-method qualitative. Mixed method, we have 2, mixed method research, mixed model research. Okay, I make it details, so you can see here from this image. Mono-method, quanti and qualitative study. Multiple method, we have multi-method and mixed method. So multi-method, we have multi-method quanti and multi-method quali. So mixed method, we have mixed model research and mixed method research. In mixed method research, we have simple and complex. As a simple, mostly you use the triangulations, sequentials, okay, based on the exploration and explanation method. But for the complex, you're using the concurrent, you're using transformative type of the research method. So in mixed method, they have many types. There's type the triangulation, embedded, sequential, explanatory, exploratory, this part of the simple. So another is a sequential, concurrent, transformative. So this one, concurrent and transformative, this is a complex mixed method research. Okay. Just done to cover on the research philosophy, approach and research choice. Either you want using the qualitative or quantitative, represent mono method, or you using the mixed method, combination quali and quanti, or you using multi-method, either multi-method quanti, multi-method quali, or multi-method mix. Okay, thank you very much for your time. So any questions? Sorry, I take quite long time today. Your commitments and to cover the 50 slide on topic philosophy, approach and choice. Any questions? Our attendance only 17, so not more people join our class. So please, the next class, please make sure our attendance is can occupy more better. Have any questions from the chat area? Don't have questions. Okay, any questions? Okay, if you don't have any question, because I already checked in chat, so don't have questions. So in terms of life also, you don't want us to questions. So just to make it simplify, thank you for your commitment, thank you for your times to understand this topic. So this topic is really important. Make sure you go through every slide, each sentence, each point, and to understand on the philosophy, approach and choice. I believe that this matter will be asked you in your proposal defense. Your supervisor will be asked you why you not write on this research design, philosophy, approach and choice. Why suddenly you choose this one? Why suddenly you apply this? So make sure you all understand. I hope so. This slide and this video will be help you and assist you to increase your understanding, and then you can apply from your thesis, and I hope so that it's not just only just writing, but you know that what's actually you write, and then you actually understand what actually you write. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm sorry because if anything that my voice, my explaining not much better. I'm sorry for that purpose. Okay, okay. See you for the next class. Thank you. Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera.
Thank you, Dr. Aku.
Thanks,